Right, it's day 8 today and we're taking a look at the battery life of the iPhone XR after about 1 year and a half. I bought this phone in 2017 in September when it was released, and today we're March 2020, and I already got a lot of questions on my previous video on battery life of iPhone XR. So I'm going to make an update on that video and let you know after about a year and a half if you need to buy this phone or not due to its battery life. So personally, I came from an iPhone SE and I upgraded to an iPhone XR, and this was my most expensive phone I've ever bought for about, I think, $900 at that time. And right now, should you buy this if you think about the battery life or not? Well, let me tell you, I use this phone every day. Like, without missing a single day, I use it from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, for work, for free time, for social media and all that stuff. But I use it every day, so I'm a really hardcore user, I can actually say. However, I'm not really a gamer, of course, so I won't have a usage of 10 hours a day. I have a usage of 3 hours a day, which for me is more than enough, I think, and for most general users that's also more than enough. So what do I use this for the most? YouTube, Twitter, Safari, Facebook, Instagram Messenger, and my mails. I even have a cap on social networking with 1 hour and 30 minutes max on social networking, just because I don't want to spend my whole day, a beautiful day outside, for example, on my phone. That is not that good, so I want to have a cap over there, 1 hour and 30 minutes, and that actually helps me to know, okay, I've been on social media enough, way too much today, for example, so I should quit checking social media for today, for example. So let's just go into battery. It's all in Dutch, but I'm just going to translate it for you. It's not that difficult. So as you can see, the past 24 hours, this is my battery life. The iPhone XR has a bit of a different way of charging. It charges up to 80%, kind of, and then it slows it charging so it doesn't drain extra battery when it's already charged to 100%, if you already know what I mean, just to save up the battery so it doesn't get stressed too much. But as you can see, the charging goes very fast over here. This is the line between when it was midnight. I think it was less than 20% over there, that's why it's yellow. And then it goes up really fast, then it stays over here at 80%, as you can see. Simon is going to wake up right now. I'm going to just extra load it to 100%. That's what I mean with the flat line you have over here. It's charged up to 80%, as you can see. Then it stays on 80%, and then it knows when I most of the time wake up and take up my phone, and then it says like, okay, now in about an hour or two, Simon is going to wake up and take his phone. We should charge to 100%, just to make sure that if, for example, the phone is charging to 100% immediately and it's charged up all night to 100%, for example, the phone will have issues when you keep it connected to the power source for a long time when it's already 100%, and that might cause damage to the battery. So the past days, you can see my battery usage. I always charge it once a day, so every night I charge my phone. And in the past 1 year and a half, I think if I would have to charge it like 10 times in the past 1 year and a half during the day, that would be a lot. So yeah, for me, that means that this is actually a really good phone with a great battery life. So if we just check the battery condition, oh, it actually declined since yesterday. My maximum capacity yesterday was 90%, right now it's 89%. After a year and a half, that might seem, like 11% of battery capacity gone. That's not that much, if you ask me, on this usage. This is also what I meant with optimized charging. Your iPhone actually learns what your daily routine is when charging. So mine knows he's charging at night and he's gonna wake up then. So then at that time you can take out your battery, or you can take out your power source, and the battery will be 100%. So it only charges to 80% and then goes to 100% just before you need it. So it has normal peak prestations, and my maximum capacity, as said, is 89%, which is still a lot and doesn't have a big impact on charging. I didn't notice that the battery drains faster, although I see during the day that it goes to 50% faster than before, but when it's on 50 it drains slower. So overall, I can't really say a lot of bad things about this. I've been using this phone for a year and a half, and this is my best phone I've ever used, the iPhone XR. I'm really happy with the phone I bought. I don't have a case, so maybe tomorrow I'm going to break this phone, probably. But after a year and a half, it still looks very good with some bits and scratches over there. But hey, who wants a case on the phone? But maybe some very small tips on keeping your battery healthy. You're probably going to already know these, but if you don't, these might be helpful. Of course, the energy save mode when you're less than 20% should always be activated. Very nice, very good, and it will save your battery. It will make sure your battery stays healthy when it's on 20%, for example. Also, the brightness, if you have a lot of issues with battery draining very fast, just pull the brightness down or pull it a bit down at least, so you don't have that drainage like before when it's on full brightness. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, mobile, hotspot, and especially location services, if you don't need them, disable them. It will save you a lot of battery, especially location services. This saves me so much battery if I disable location services. And another big tip I can give you, don't charge in short cycles. Charge in one cycle. So plug it in, keep it charged until it's 100%, and then wait until it's like 20% or 10%, and then charge it again to 100. Like, I charge it only during the night. During the day, if it doesn't get empty during the day, so I don't have that issue, but I make sure that it doesn't get empty, so that way I can only charge it during the night, and it will have a very good effect on my battery health. Right now my battery health is on 89% after a year and a half, and I think that's still pretty good, because I saw some people having like 60% left after using it for 20 hours a day or something, which would be crazy, I think. But hey, probably there are some people out there who use it for 20 hours a day. If you do, yeah, I can say that it will work, but after a year you're probably going to have some issues with the battery life. But is this dependent only on the iPhone XR that the battery capacity will drain if you use it a lot? No. If you buy another phone like the iPhone X or the iPhone 11 or the Max or whatever, you're going to have the same battery health like on the iPhone XR. On the Max iPhones you'll have a bigger battery, so more battery life, but you'll pay more at least. So on phones with the same batteries, you're going to have the same battery health, and that's not really dependent on the iPhone XR. It's mainly on Apple, and Apple produces good batteries if you ask me. This one hasn't exploded yet, so that should be good, I think. If you're really considering buying the iPhone XR, especially for the battery life, or if you're not sure if you should or shouldn't buy it for the battery life, then I can tell you this is a good phone. This is a very good phone. I bought it myself, so I'm not paid to say this. I spend a lot of money to buy this phone, but I'm really happy about it. And the battery life is still very good. I use it daily a lot, and I would definitely advise you buying this if you're looking for a good step up of your previous phone, because this is a very expensive phone, but still not the most expensive one, and that's what I find crazy. This is for most of the people, a big step up from their previous phone, which is still a bit affordable, but still a very expensive phone. So yeah, I would say if you have any questions regarding the battery life of the iPhone XR or other questions about the iPhone XR, let me know and I'll be happy to help you. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow.